Okay, guys, welcome to your monthly training webinar for the Mindset Unicorn Lunar Phase program. So, as I remind you each month, the definition of transcendent is extraordinary or beyond human experience. So, talking to God, talking to your higher self, connecting with spirit guides, all of this is an example of transcendent experience. And since most people at some point in your life have prayed or even like meditated and connected to energies in some sort of way, at least once, you've had a transcendent experience. Now, this experience within us is about opening yourself up to the awareness and the connection with the pure energy source and to gain awareness of the messages that are available always to each one of us as being a part of the source. So we are of the one and we are all the same. And each monthly webinar invites the energy connections you desire, releases the energy that creates blockages within you, and again, also releasing, somebody needed to hear that. Let's see if I can turn down that nonsense for you guys. Okay, we want turn down all of that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So it's about releasing what is not serving you, okay, to manifest what you desire. And that's what, lunar work is all about. So when you're working with the energy of the moon, working with your various signs, your master archetype, and the tarot, it can really help you to have divine clarity, and it can help you create as a master manifester as you learn to move in sync with your energetic being that we call the quantum body. All right. So, welcome to October. October 1st is the full moon in Aries. All right. October 9th and 10th is the last quarter in Cancer. October 16th is the new moon in Libra. October 23rd is the first quarter in Capricorn. And again, we're lucky this month, Libra season. October 31st is the blue moon in Taurus. Okay. So going into Libra season, we have the Aries moon conjunct Chiron with the sun in Libra. Now, Aries is a war power going up against Chiron, the healer and Venus goddess of love. There could be a calling to create, right, or heal wounds within your love connections as we're opening this portal to harvest all that we've been working on since August moon. Okay, you can go back and listen to the August lunar video if you need any sort of refresh on what energy the lunar energy was pulling in at that time. All right, so you're going to be very aware of any pain in your heart and what created that. So that will create the choices of going to war as you delve into your wounds or open up to heal your wounds with love. If you've had a fight brewing, this moon will bring it up to clear it out. Okay, old energy out, new energy in. Old paradigms out, new frequencies in. Consider that we also are still in Mars retrograde. So if you have full warrior power available, if you desire it, it's yours, okay? But will you go out of your way to stir up trouble, or will you seek wisdom from this wound? It is complex and it's all about growth. So whatever you fear about healing this wound, just let it in and let it heal. This double portal that we have of this Libra season is offering you huge alchemical growth in a really short time. Okay, so do not miss this opportunity. The moon brings in yin-yang energy flow, where you have the opportunity to reflect on what is working and bringing you joy and what isn't working and bringing you down. So if you call in the support of the High Priestess, which is one of the master archetypes that I teach my clients about. You will bring in something magical that is meant to create a new shift from this space you have found yourself in. All right. October is a 1 because it's a 10, right? And 1 plus 0 is 1. And that means that you have the magic of the magician to work with the High Priestess to fix this situation. A lot of people would think High Priestess, High Priest, that's who goes together. But honestly, my opinion is that High Priestess and Magician are a power couple, okay? Now, Libra is the Justice, the Empress, the Queen of Swords, okay? Because we're going into the Libra season and the sun is in Libra. So as such, you can find a balance between yourself and the energy you want to confront and bring in a new birthing of a new situation, either cutting out that which is no longer serving your highest good or cutting out someone in a situation, but with closure. And as I said, cutting out someone, it was 555, so 555, okay? The moon in Aries brings in the Emperor, which again, that also brings in the power couple because we have Libra, the Empress, and we have Aries, the Emperor. And you get the power also of the King and Queen of Wands, which could create a back and forth for the divine couple, and the transformation of the Tower if the power play comes forth. So slow moving within any toxic emotions being pulled to the surface within your body from the moon, right? Because we're mostly water. This will help you adjust your reactive nature in order to gain the most out of the situation. Aries is about action, and with free will, the actions you take are always your choice, but we'll be planting the seeds for the next harvest, as this harvest moon reminds us. Now, last quarter comes in with Cancer. So whatever emotions you allow to come to the surface and open to your shadow work will have swift action. So Mercury spins into retrograde on October 14th in Scorpio. And so if you are wise in your shadow work, this could create the death and rebirth you desire as you move into the retrograde. This retrograde will be all about letting yourself move into ascension or fighting with it. So this could be about long-term karmic situations as Scorpio brings in the King and Queen of Cups. And this is all in the timing as Cancer is driving the emotions into this retrograde pre-shadow. The retrograde will go back into Libra just after the blue moon. Someone needed to hear that. Oh, that was asthma. If you follow my readings, you know that this is what spirit does. When someone really needed to hear something. That was a big one. Wow. The retrograde will go back into Libra just after that blue moon. Okay, giving you the time to open up if you desire to a return of love, either of a past love, a past life love, or a new beginning after clearing out the karmic situation in your love life, okay? But you won't have much time because as a pre-warning, Mercury does swing right back into Scorpio or death again, okay? So if you're not ready for this new beginning, you may be clearing it out of being created at all in this current divine timing, okay? The first quarter is October 23rd in Capricorn. Capricorn is the devil, so you could feel obsessive about working through this shadow work with a past situation. For me, Capricorn has also been shown as the Queen of Pentacles, and this queen can be very nurturing and offer you an alternative instead of focusing in on finances and stability rather than digging into the painful work of karmic and soulmate love. So you might find yourself pushing love aside and delving into career and stability and all of those things, which, you know, can also have its bonuses, its benefits, okay? Now, of course, we move into this amazing portal of the blue moon on Samhain, which only happens about once every 2 decades, which a lot of people might not realize. So we do have the power of the Hierophant archetype coming with it. And this has a huge power pull for union of the divines, okay? This Hierophant is that high priest. So for those that reconnect or finally connect through this portal with their divine counterpart, this is ruled by Venus and is very sensual and powerful. This calling of your soulmate, if you choose to answer, will bring in the love of lifetimes. With Taurus energy, however, you can be resistant to change, okay? And you could be apt to dig down into the mud and cover yourself over to keep the deceptive moon in your corner. Now, on the one hand, if you bury yourself in the earth, right, Mother Earth can come and nurture you. But on the other hand, you're still in this layer of deception. Now, this other half of your soul comes with that pull to dig into your darkness, where we are all healing and where intuition begins, okay? The hunter's moon is also called the blood moon, and you will have to sacrifice something within yourself or your life, at least that's how it will feel, to move through this energy. But what elevated energy you gain will be worth it. It won't really be, okay, a sacrifice, so to say, but it will feel that way to you. Blood is the spiritual representation of life. Blood and water are the yin-yang life force. So as you allow that scorpionic death, you are reborn and the emotions will shift in a very new direction. So this month we're focusing on actions, okay? Every planet has an action that it carries into our lives. The leader of the I Act crew is Mars, which is the planet we associate with Aries. There's only one thing to do under this first full moon portal, and that is to take action, okay? Aries is about taking action. Again, that warrior mode where you will be moving in that instinctual primal brain energy, right? Wants you to act, to protect, to, attack. And so it's important for you to feel the emotions, but to try to think before you take the action and react, okay? The Ancient Symbols website says that Mars is about focusing our energy so that we can pursue the things that matter most to us. Now, in ancient times, it was meant to be a source of power, okay? And so it continues to serve us spiritually if you're trying to gather courage to fight for what you need, want, and desire. Mars does inspire action and productivity. It gives you that ambition, okay, to move forward, and it fills up that feeling of inner strength. It also allows us to have power behind us, okay, that force, that warrior energy. So as we pursue our goals, we are moving through them, and we have that shield, that protective barrier to try to keep things from doing harm to us. But also it can kind of restrain you from reaching your power. So make sure you're letting your heart center be your guide, okay? When you're looking at the inner power, strength, motivation, and courage, rather than moving into the codependency, okay, and all of that other energy. Spirit's guiding me to remind you to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now, as a member of the Lunar Phase group, okay, if you're part of that tier, make sure that you print out your Lunar Phase planner. You were emailed a link to download when you joined the tier. Remember that since ancient times, many cultures believe that the moon has magical powers to assist in manifesting positive things into fruition. The moon's lunar cycle has the 4 phases, okay? New moon, first quarter, well, it's more than that, but we focus on the 4 phases. New moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter. So the moon waxes from small to big, increasing in energy, right? And then from big to small, decreasing in power. And this happens every month. When you use moon rituals, you can manifest anything you want, and especially in October, it's huge and powerful. So knowing how to use the moon phases and the moon rituals helps you to manifest whatever you desire. As a reminder for those that have heard this before, you can move forward or listen to remind yourself as last month and hear some of the extras I've put in this month. But the full moon is when the moon and the sun are the opposite of each other. The moon rises after the sun sets. The sun sends light, energizing the full moon potential to manifest, okay, the completion, specifically also of the new moon desires. Now, a full moon ritual can consist of going outdoors and just allowing yourself to think, feel, be in the full moon energy. This is when we release the new moon intentions into the universe. You can also write it down a list and burn it out. And it's really a time to reflect on what has not manifested from, previous intentions. And were you really clear and aligned with those wishing words that I talk about with your intentions? The full moon ritual is releasing it to the universe as if it's already come into reality. Okay, so when you manifest with the full moon's energy, you're bringing it into fruition like the moon's gravitational pull. So think about things as the upper world, okay? The sun is our life force, our energy, our faith. The air is the unseen in shamanism, just as it is with our tarot swords. So it's about the perspective of life, being able to gain the space to look at your life from above and keep an open eye to what you need to see. The moon, the stars, the cosmos are all very divine masculine energy, tied into fantasy, philosophy, dreaming, and divine feminine, okay, which we think of as the earth, brings divine masculine's dreams to life by keeping him grounded and connected to the earth. When the full moon wanes away from the sun and it grows smaller in the night sky, it comes into that last quarter square to the sun and creates the left side's crescent moon. And this moon phase starts to decrease the energy, and it calls us inward, okay, to really release the emotions that are blocking that full moon manifestation to come into fruition. Again, the new moon is when the moon and the sun are together, right? So faith and dreams, okay, unseen and light, riding together for your benefit. And the moon rises with the sun and is not visible at night. New moons, spiritually speaking, are about being able to be seen, okay, reflecting on those new beginnings and planting for that upcoming harvest, releasing anything that is no longer serving. I would have you do the new moon ritual, right? And then also then for the Samhain, I would do more of some of the shadow work, okay? So you can do this with any of the lunar phases. And in fact, I often do this for full moon and new moon. And your journal will definitely guide you for this, okay? Finally, as the new moon waxes away from the sun and it grows more prominent in the night sky, it comes into that first quarter square to the sun. And in astrology, okay, a square is a 90-degree angle creating a right-sided crescent moon. The first quarter is the moon phase that starts to increase energy and starts to illuminate any of the contrasts that may be challenging what you've planted during the new moon ritual. And during this time, you can raise all of those positive intentions and use your affirmations towards your manifestation to overcome any obstacles. If you go way back, months back into the lunar phase and energy awakening, there's a lot of different affirmations that you can find. Each month there's an opportunity to tap into the moon's energy And like I said, this month you get the 2 opportunities to manifest any desire, no matter how big or how small. So use your planner and tap into the magic all month. So with so much going on, I did decide to make this month's webinar public. So with the Patreon tier, sorry, there's still somebody that needs to hear this. With the Patreon tier, we do a Monday through Friday daily check-in tarot reading to see what the general current energy is taking place between you and your person's connection. It's not always about love, but it's about what comes through like 90% of the time. And that Lunar Energy Awakening and Lunar tier is just $5 a month. Or for $88 a month, you can get the combo with the weekly extended videos. Or for $11.11 a month, you also get the monthly Spirit Animal Journal and the Spirit Animal Guidance that comes in. So I do try to offer a really good deal on my Patreon membership because I feel like it is building a community of energy and I want to be creating something amazing together, okay? So love and blessings, my friend. I hope you all have a very beautiful Libra season, okay? Please like, share, comment, subscribe, connect here, and go out there and catch your dreams, all right? Much love, everyone. Bye.